Alright, having a bit of fun in the clouds and the 2.7 update. Thought it's time I jump back in and tackled a campaign. Now, it was my intention to try out the new F14 one, which I still will do intermixed with this, but after flying the Spitfire the other day, I was so keen to get back in the Warbirds, and then I saw this one drop in the latest update as well. It's first one for the P47 Wolfpack by Reflected Simulations, who does brilliant campaigns. So yeah, pretty excited because it's also got the channel map, and mistake me if I'm wrong, or correct me if I'm mistaken even, this is the first campaign for the channel map. I think there might be one other possibly, but they're very few and far between if there is. So yeah, very keen to have a look at that too. Now, like I said, Reflected does excellent campaigns. This one here, part of Zemke's Wolfpack of the 56 Fighter Group, famous unit in the US Air Force, World War II, flying the Thunderbolts. Now, I'm not going to go through this full backstory of the squadron and the P47s. There is a lot in here with some terrific photos. Leave it for anyone playing the mission, but definitely well worth a read and look. And some extra authenticity in this campaign as well. There's some real world mission reports that Reflected have got together and based the missions off. So yeah, really keen to have a look at it all. Now, also we have this excellent looking channel map PDF and high res one, and also this little neat instruction manual for the P47 B, C and D and G. Didn't know there was a G model. And yeah, this is a real world document again, going through all the systems and details of the plane, the startup, performance, engine, everything you need in a real world document. It's very cool. Now, the only problem with the 2.7 update is taking away my ability to alt tab, because I drop straight back to the desktop each time, so I can't really reference this in game. But I have put as much as I could onto a knee board that I thought would be useful, mainly the startup. So yeah, I'll still get to reference that a bit in there. Now, the mission for today, we're going to be flying out of Detling and meeting up with our bomber group. Doesn't actually say what type of bombers, just says big friends. Outside of Ramsgate 1540, and then we're going to fly this big ass leg down to France. I don't know how long that's going to take me, but I'm going to be buggered afterwards. It's about the longest flight I've done in DCS, I think. But yeah, we'll manage, no complaining. And yeah, down past the River Somme we're going to be going, then hitting any trucks, trains and aircraft on the way back. So that's the mission. Time to jump back into the game and hit fly and see what we've got. Looks like we're in a Jeep. Make sure you have external cockpit sounds, radio messages. Well, looks like we've got a cinematic. 90-year-old Second Lieutenant James Miller from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, arrives at Detling, England. The legendary 56 Fighter Group. Cows in the background. How about this? This is a bloody cinematic. Wow.
Can I see your paper, sir?
Here you go.
Hey, Colonel, the new replacement pilot is here.
Second Lieutenant Miller, reporting for duty, sir.
Good to have you here, Lieutenant. Welcome to the 56 Fighter Group. My name's Colonel Zemke. Your crew chief, Sergeant Kowalski's going to show you around. Hey, Sarge, come on over here. Sarge, hop in and show the lieutenant to his ship, will you?
Sir.
Oh, we're going to get a tour. let's assume he's in the car. Oh, look at the detail that's gone into it. All the troops and the vehicles and the planes. Oh, this is terrific. I kind of feel I've seen this in the user mission. Someone's done a bit of an intro like this, but yeah, this adds a lot. Oh, it's a good back on the channel map. So a very cloudy day up there. Be interesting to be flying the warbirds up in these clouds. I can barely spot the enemy at the best of times, let alone in cloud cover.
Welcome to the 56, sir. Where are you from? From Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How about you? Born and raised in New York, sir, but I have an aunt in Janesville. Oh look, the boys are back.
Hey, there they are. Straggler. Just the barrel roll.
Look at that. Magnificent sight, isn't it?
Sure is.
They raided it in, saying they bagged at least a dozen Jerry fighters.
I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving it.
Good, there's 3 more. Hey, how many hours do you have in the job, sir? I've logged about 30 back in the States, but I haven't flown in a month. Don't worry, you'll be doing plenty of flying here. I hear we're going back the day after tomorrow.
It's been a bit more than a month for me, so we'll see how we go. We head into the barracks. Or not, straight to the plane as well, look at it.
This is your ship, sir. Well, it's mine, and you'll be flying it. She's brand new. She's pretty. How good are you with the brush, Sergeant? I'm alright, sir. I would like you to paint a big bad wolf on the nose, and name her Miller's Mayhem. Can you do that for me? Absolutely, sir. I'll have it done by the morning. Thank you. Now show me where I can drop all my stuff. I've got some paperwork to do.
Alright, looks like we're going to have a customised paint job. Mission complete. Oh, that was an easy one. If I exit now, so yeah, that was very neat. Looks like we had a little cinematic for the first mission. Alright, jumping on, and I'll see what the next stage looks like. Alright, moving on to mission 1 now after that cool little surprise intro cinematic. So I think this is the one we're looking at in the PDF. Yeah, there it is. So taking off from Detlin, linking up over the rendezvous point and down over France. So let's jump in and see what it's got for us. So this is Detlin Airfield.
Gentlemen, 2 days ago
nice.
we had a field day over Friedrichshafen. 11 enemy aircraft
Voice briefing
destroyed,
as well.
1 damaged, and 5 probables. The 8th Air Force Command was damn satisfied with their work. You'll be happy to learn that today we're going back. D Group will take off at 15:20 hours, regroup over the field at 3,000 feet, then set course to the rendezvous point at 15:30 hours.
Check the
The group's
kneeboard.
call sign is Ashland. We'll pick up the big friends just off Ramsgate at 15:40 hours, then cross the enemy coastline near Calais. The code word is ha ha ha. We'll escort them past the River Somme, where the 359th will relieve us. On the way back, we drop down and look for any stray Luftwaffe aircraft, trains, trucks, or anything of military value. Make sure you empty your pockets and carry nothing but your dog tags. We expect a heavy and determined opposition, just like 2 days ago. As usual, absolute radio discipline is mandatory. No useless chit-chat, call out bandits in a calm and collected manner. Otherwise, stay off the frequency unless you are in trouble. Any questions? Dismissed.
Alright, so for a bit of a laugh, I went through and put a lot of the handbook on an e-board to prep for this campaign. I've just realised that Reflected's already done that. I should have realised if he's put that in the mission PDFs, that he would have put it on the e-board. So yeah, don't do what I did and go ahead and make your own, because it's all there. And it's also got the, it's a bit hard to read on the side there, but it's got all the engine limits and whatnot. So let's go to the first page and get started, because we're probably time critical here. Lots of planes up there, crazy amount. Alright, so skip that up. Now, I've already read through this in the previous PDF, so I got familiar with how this all flows here. This section's about the night flying, just testing the lights in the gun sight. First of all, though, I'm going to go ground crew, ground electrical power on.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Now, Reflected in his video said that is how they do it in real life, to save the battery on startup, so that's how I'll do it now. Now I'll do the startup for this first mission like usual, and yeah, you can skip ahead, but yeah, it's good to go through the startup for the first one. All flights, so this is for all variants of the P47. Ignition switch and master battery switch off, off, off. Check. Landing gear down. Check. Flaps up. Check. Flap equalize. Now I do believe, I looked this up, it should be down here on the right of the seat, but I don't think it's modelled unless someone tells me otherwise, so I'm just going to skip that one. Intercooler shutters open to neutral, and all shutters to neutral. Flare going up. Yeah, I gotta get a regular one. Oops, I missed the generator switch actually, which is this one down here. I've got to learn to read a checklist in order. Propeller switch on, it's this one up here, which is on and in auto. Start and altitude, which is this gauge here, fully anti-clockwise to start an altitude. Fuel boost pump starts. Oh, sorry, just did. Sorry. Check fuel pressure. Is it this gauge? Where's that fuel temperature? Oh, we'll just go with. That's good. Gun switch off. Check. Propeller several times by hand. That's going on outside. Ignition switch to battery. Check. P47, those variants, master battery switch on. Now they said, Reflected, that to keep that ground power on, so I'm going to skip that one and do that when the engine started. Supercharger lever off. That's that one there. Check off. Fuel selector valve to main. Check. Crack throttle 1.5 inch. Mixture idle cutoff, which it is. Down there. Propeller switch automatic, which we did, and circuit breakers all in, good check. Propeller control maximum RPM, check. fuel boost pump, which we've already done. Alright, prime 2 to 4 pulls. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Lock. Ignition switch to both. Energize at least 15 seconds. So, oh, actually, before I do that, I better put the parking brake on.
Clear prop.
Very neat. It's even got the voice for that. After I flick the switch.
Clear prop.
He's doing it again. So I took my finger off it. That's very neat. How the heck do you trigger that? That's cool. Oh, I wasn't counting, was I? And then I hit the start switch. About now, I got distracted by planes. Alright, mixture forward. And hope for the best. Yep, we started. Excellent. Alright, we're going to start smooth mixture, control auto rich,
One
which
more
I've
thing,
done.
Sir. Whenever you're not too busy shooting Messerschmitts and you find yourself bored up there, just switch to Channel B for Baker. I have a little surprise for you.
Thank you, Sergeant. Will do.
Okay, we'll check that in a sec. Check all pressure at once. All pressure, I really don't know which gauge that is. Could be that one. Press spacebar to give your lead elements. Thumbs up to taxi, okay. Alright, engine warm up. All pressure will go to about 150 pounds to 200 pounds. Well, that's the pressure. That has to be the pressure gauge, doesn't it? Oh, that's the oil pressure, yeah. That would be the fuel pressure. So that's all good. It's in between 100 and 150. Oil temperature is 40 degrees. So I'm assuming this is the oil temperature here, up to 40. Do not go above 1000. Oops, spin forward. Let's bring that RPM down. Make sure the cowl flaps are open, which they are. Should be fine. Alright, so I pretty much just wait till my temperatures warm up here. But I'll just quickly turn a few more things on. The radio, which was back here. 65th on channel A, that's main radio station. B, not in use, which was what the guy was talking about over here. ASC rescue, if I go down, is channel C, and deadly in airfield D. So I might keep it on 1 for now. Let's just have a look at B, see what... Thought so. Very nice. Got some tunes while we're flying. Let's get rid of that. Back to the startup. And how's our temps going now? Might just wait a little bit till it's up to 40 and I'll come back when we're ready to do the final tests. Alright, this temperature gauge doesn't look like it's moving too much, so I'm just going to keep ahead with it here. So I'm going to turn my prop to manual. Whoops. Open throttle to 2000 RPM, 30 inches, manifold. So 30 inches, 2000 RPM. And test each magneto. So this I'll go right magneto. Got a little drop there, but all good. Back to both, and also just can run the manual prop. And put that back to auto. So now bring the throttle back. Actually, now I've got the engine started, I can turn that ground power off.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
And switch over to the battery.
Copy.
Or do I do that first, then switch the ground power off? I probably should have done that first. Alright, so return, that's all done. Check proper functioning propeller. Generator charge, let's assume that's all good. Flap selector, handle up. There's no, I don't, like I said with the flap, equalizer valve. I do not believe it's modelled here, so I'm going to skip that. Flaps are working, that's the main thing. Alright, time to taxi. Check the trim tabs. So I've got rudder on takeoff, neutral, that is all good check. Flaps up, cow flaps open, takeoff procedure, which I'll go through when we're moving. So let's press space to give my... So these guys above me haven't flown off. And there's the lead heading off, so let's get set. Tower wheel is unhooked or unlocked. So how many have we got here? You got the lead going off now. There's another one there, another one here. So I'm number 4 in my section. Let's move back to here. So my first course is going to be 0834 unknown miles. 3:45 we've got to get there. About a bit over 15 minutes. Alright, let's push out. Brakes off. Switch to F4 view to simulate your crew chief lying on the left wing. Oh yeah. I think I'll keep this view though, because I prefer this for taxiing. Let's do the little waggle as we go up here. It's a bit lighter on than the intro, I think, with the clouds at the moment, so... I heard some gunfire back there. Might have just been the plane going over the dirt. I love the way the airfields are set up. It's beautiful. So much activity. Always going to be close. Alright, I'll just move on until... Oh, he's getting very close. So let's have a look, because the guy said... There it is there. Whoa. Get a wriggle on, mate. Got a water win. Yeah, he's painted the Miller's Mayhem on there with the wolf. Very neat. Nice little skin. As I try control as I'm in the F2 view. Look how many planes are up there, that's insane. Buckley's chance to find information. Not sure if we coloured any different. Alright, I'll just come around till we're all lined up. Alright, so that's our leader going off now. Pretty sure I'm not going to leave that much distance between us, because I know anytime I'm flying the Warbirds I always struggle with speed to keep up with the AI. So I'm just going to run in, lock the tail wheel. Second flight over here, taxiing. Alright, come on. What are you waiting for? Okay, he's got this one there. Okay, lock the tail wheel. Let's hold the brakes. Manifold up to I think 30 they said, and then release. Full power. Oh, forgot to uncage that. Too far left wing down, but we're up. Gear up. Fold's very high, so bring that back. Now I've got the supercharger on. I do believe I read that correctly. Supercharger operation during climb and flight. It says a supercharger controller should be set on, or the throttle should be set fully on, and then control it with the turning right, so I follow him, don't want to lose my flight. Cow flaps stay open, they say, during climb. These guys are already burning off.
Ashland track line, Weir Airport. Track line, Ashland, cover that. Proceed to the rendezvous point.
Still going a bit too fast. Prop pitch down, I think. Jesus. Oh, good crikey. I've already lost my flight, I think. It's okay, we're the lead in the pack, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. So make sure I keep up to everyone. That's my speed, very slow still. Gear is definitely up, flaps definitely up. We're going to bring the intercooler down a bit. Holy crud, we haven't even met up with the bomber formation yet. Look how many planes there are. So everyone is actually burning me off right now. So how do I gain some more speed? Oh, they're all going up. Close the canopy, I guess. Alright, let's turn some cockpit lights on, I reckon. Instrument lights. Yeah, I think that's cockpit lights on. Alright, there's some more flights out front, so there should be a 3. Yeah, I'd say this is 1, 2, 3, and that's my flight up there. So I've got to try and match him. Without blowing my engine. I'm gonna watch my manifold, I don't blow it. I hate climbing. I don't know what plane it is, so I've got to be on the left here of these guys. How's me temps? Oh, the pitot heat I haven't turned on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Crikey, I've been gone too fast now. This ain't good. This ain't good at all. Come on. Oh, this is mad, mad world right now. Alright, let's bring the supercharger right back. Alright, I'll come back when I've formed up this crazy situation. I'm just going to go left a bit and come back, I reckon. Whoa. That's a lot of bombers. Holy heck. There was an option to turn the bombers down in the settings, so hopefully this doesn't bugger my frames, but oof. Oh, cracky. Oh. I might have to hook this supercharger up if I can remember the button. It's in my throttle, so I'm not meant to drop the throttle below the supercharger, so it's kind of thinking while I do it a bit too much. Let's just drop down to these guys. I'd love a bit more notice before the turns. So I've got my supercharger off at the moment. I seem to be holding good speed, so it's fine. Now I did notice my top temperature gauge on there is reading 0, so I think I broke it, which is not a good sign. Oh crikey, look at them all. That's insane. That supercharger back, make sure I'm under the 50 there. Oof. What a sight.